TJ Dillashaw makes a comeback to the octagon this Saturday as he fights second-ranked UFC bantamweight Cory Sandhagen in the main event at UFC Vegas 32, while the co-main is a clash between top-ranked bantamweights Aspen Ladd and Macy Chiasson, and you can watch it go down live and free on ESPN+. Don't wait, click on the link in the description and sign up for ESPN Plus today.
It's an interesting fight, obviously, because Nick Diaz beat him soundly last time. But in terms of, like, as you said, the throwback fights and Nick Diaz being like a guy with that kind of reputation that everyone just is attracted to, Robbie Lawler's the same kind of guy. Robbie Lawler is an old school dude. As I said, this fight is 17 years in the making, the rematch. You know what I mean? It's absolutely insane. And he was around. He was a champion. He was like an old school guy. And the fact he's still here fighting in the fucking UFC after all this time is nuts, as is Nick Diaz. So It's great.
Cory's a great athlete, you know. When I even trained with him, you know, he'd come in. I mean, I think he was a basketball player before he started becoming the martial arts, right? So he was one of those guys, like, and I was impressed with him being able to scramble and do the things he's been able to do. And he's got great footwork. He's got great distance control. You know, things I guess I've seen the best maybe is confidence, things like that, right? Maybe believing in himself a little bit more. But he's still the same fighter. He's still the same guy. You know, he's still the same guy I train with, and I know that I can come out there and put a beating on him. So I'm excited for Saturday.
Another former champion as well. I mean, I don't know if you maybe you look at him a little bit different because you guys know each other, but I mean, does it excite you to say, like, I'm fighting another former UFC champion?
Yeah, that's the part that excites me. Being in there with the best guys is, you know, the way that I'm going to become the person that I want to be. And TJ is no joke, and I'm anticipating a tough fight, and I'm ready for that.
Do you look at him any differently because of your history together? When you know somebody that well, do you look at him differently than you would if you hadn't trained together?
You know, if it was maybe a little bit closer to the time that we were training, then perhaps. But I think just because, you know, I don't think I've talked to him since, you know, we fought on the same card when he fought Cejudo and I fought Batista. So, it doesn't feel that strange, you know. Like, I don't think it will be, you know, hard to hit him in the face or anything, you know. If it was maybe a situation where, like, hey, TJ just left the team 6 months ago, it would definitely feel a lot more different, because when we were training together, we were friendly training partners. That was our relationship. I wouldn't consider us like friends that hung out on the weekends like I have with a lot of the other training partners that I have, but we were friendly to each other, which would, if it happened, you know, 6 months ago, it would feel different emotionally, but I don't have any emotional connection to TJ, so it will just be another fight.
When am I coming back? There's some big shows, and there's a big show in November, big show in December. That's what I'm planning on. You know, I needed a little time to recalibrate, heal up, take care of my body, take care of my family, see through to my first commitment, which is taking care of my wife and son, being with them, loving on them. I was in training camp March of 2020 when the pandemic hit, all the way through May, a couple months ago, of 2021. You know, so it was such a long camp. It was such a long time. It was so many weeks, days, months away from my family. And then I took some damage in that fight. I want to be able to give you guys 6, 8, 10, 12 more great fights. So I need to take an extra month or so to heal up. So that's the goal. That's the plan. And November, December.
Hello, Paulo. I was wondering who you want to fight next. I want to fight someone who can bring a vicious fight for your fans. But Vettori calling me out, so let's do that.
Got off the phone with the knees over toes guy. You can find him on Instagram. And first thing I'm working on is walking backwards. Trying to get my knees and my leg to heal properly. Mason doesn't know why I'm walking backwards. So enjoy it. Put flip-flops on. All right, getting off the phone. Develop strength back, and walking backwards apparently really does that. If I get arrested for being a weirdo walking around the neighborhood, just know I'm just doing physical therapy.
Jake Paul has been talking a lot of shit about Conor McGregor, and he actually had a necklace made. We never talked about this, and like, if you are a fan of trolling, did you not see the sleeping McGregor?
I didn't see it, but I think we did touch on it. I think that last time, I think during the press conference, he said he was going to send it to McGregor, or he said.
So just read out the note. So as you see here for the audio listeners, there's a very shiny plastic. I don't know if it's plastic, but it looks plastic. It's a doll. It's a figurine of McGregor. He's in the sleep position when Dustin knocked him out in the second fight. He's holding a bottle of NyQuil, and it's adorned in diamonds. He's got a chain on it. It's completely covered in diamonds, and he had that made for $100,000, according to Jake Paul. And he sent it to Dustin. Luce, you just want to read the
Yeah,
note?
I can read it. It says, Sleepy McGregor, Dear Dustin, congrats for your much-earned victory. I love what you are doing with your Good Fight Foundation. You deserve this chain more than me. Good always defeats evil. Keep winning. Love, Jake. P.S. Tell Jolie I said hi. She's a badass. Yeah, all right, you know.
I got to be honest, he's growing on me.
It's growing on me too.
He's growing on me.
I hate it, but like he's growing on me in the sense that like I get what he's doing. It's deliberate. We're supposed to hate him, you know, and I feel like a mark when I hate him. I'm like, oh, I'm a mark. So I kind of like that. I'm like, oh shit, I get what's going on here. I'm supposed to hate him. I fell for his fucking trap, but I'm still rooting for Tyron.
Yeah, God bless, of course. But listen, like, I mean, number one, how much money is he making off fucking YouTube? If you're going to go out there just to troll somebody and have a laugh at their expense, I could think of cheaper ways to do it than spending $100,000. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to make fun of someone, and there's Dustin holding it up. Looks smaller than what I thought. But you know what I mean? I like to have fun at people's expense. And if I had an enemy, even though they're not even enemies, he just like wants to get a fight with him and he wants to talk shit. And he goes out and has a custom piece of jewelry made for $100,000. I think Brian would let Francis Ngannou punch him in the balls for $100,000.
I don't think so. That's I mean, that's like
no. You would. $100,000 on the table right there in 20s. In 20s, you would fucking do it.
No. Who the fuck is that?